visited Bloomington North High School, and we took some of the potential looks to a class meeting, and there were about 25 teens, and we asked them what kinds of furniture they might like, or based on what they saw, or the spaces and how they would use them. And we did it very simply. We gave them red dots, green dots, and yellow dots, and we put up boards, and we said, if you like it, put a green dot beside it. If you don't like it, put a red dot beside it. If you don't know what it is, or you're not sure whether or not you'd use the space or whether or not you like the furniture, put a yellow dot beside it. And what we found was that they gave us great input on the furniture, and we actually changed some of the directions that we were going based on what they told us. The spaces themselves, they were very interested in using different spaces. They won't use the same space every time they come, because sometimes they may want to sit and read a book, sometimes they might want to play on the games, sometimes they may want to use our software. So it is multi-use space that we're creating, and again, it's based on what the community has told us. We're currently demoing the space now. It started this week. We anticipate that it will be open in January. We're looking forward to it. I can't believe it, because one of the other things that was so interesting when we talked with the students at North was they thought we were probably talking 5-10 years in the future, and when we told them that next year they would be able to come and use the space, they were texting their friends as we stood there, taking pictures and sending it to their friends so that they would know that we were going to be doing this as well. So the students are getting very excited about it. The two things that I haven't said that we are going to have in this space as well is we will have 2 sound recording studios, and we will have a video production space. So although this may be one of those places where they start messing around and learning, we also know that this community has a tremendous we have many musicians in this community, I'll say, and so we know that those spaces are going to be used heavily, and already we've had people who have asked if they can bring their own equipment or what kind of equipment we will have, and we've been working with some local folks to find out what kind of software and equipment we should have on day one. We don't expect to have all of it as at the beginning, that just the way that we want it, but we will be working toward that over time and updating it as we figure out what people are using and want to use. So that's my spiel. I'll be happy to answer questions.
How big is your auditorium, and how often do you guys use it?
Our auditorium has 144 seats. It's used, I didn't bring those numbers with me. We use it a lot for library programs, but it's also used by the public with some frequency. There could be several things in there on the same day because of the hours that we're open. We're actually preparing a proposal for the board next month to open after hours so that businesses or local musicians or groups can actually book it after the library's hours.
Do you have any spaces that are like for IU students, or do you mostly just centered around IU or Monroe County?
You are certainly welcome to use it as an IU student. Anyone can. But are you thinking, when you said spaces, do you mean something specific to IU classes, or?
Like, I know that most IU students don't use the public library. They go to the school library. Is that something, would you want them to use the public library, or do you think that like school is fine for them?
We actually have quite a few IU students who come to the library, and we hear from them that they come there because it's quieter.